Well, hello there, friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Elizabeth, and this is The Joyful Sojourn, a place where I love to share life with you and do things creatively, whether it's decorative planning or creative journaling or sharing new products and doing reviews here on my channel. I have a great time, and I hope that you do too. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more from me. Today, we are setting up my monthly spread in the month of October, the month of April in my Hemlock and Oak horizontal planner. And April is the month of the first ever Little Craft Fest. This is the first stationery fest, I think, in the state of Texas. The Chicago Stationery Fest just wrapped up, and now a suburb of Houston, Texas is getting its very own, hosted by Little Craft Place. And I'm so excited. I've never been to a stationery fest event. I have been to planner conferences, but this is different vibes, and I'm excited to dive in and see what Little Craft Fest is all about. So I wanted my April monthly spread to be functional with all the things I have going on this month, but I wanted it to be a nod to Little Craft Fest. And so we're going to use Little Craft Fest stickers and just talk about, I don't know, planner community things as we go, things I'm looking forward to. A couple things I'm going to use today. I purchased some official merch from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. She has set of pins for Little Craft Fest, and then a sticker set for Little Craft Fest as well. So we're going to use that today. And then I have here a brand new sticker book from Mojo Jojo Plans. It's called Check It Off Glitter and Foil. So this book is going to be a mix of glitter and foil. I guess we could just put it that way. And this is going to be releasing on Friday, April 4th at, I think it's 9 a.m. Central Time. I'll leave my affiliate link for Etsy, which would cover the JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop, and my affiliate link for Mojo Jojo Plans in the description box. Discount code for Mojo Jojo Plans is Joyful10. Discount code for JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop on Etsy is Joyful15. So if you want to replicate this spread and grab some items from these shops, that is the discount code to support my channel. And that allows me to keep doing my thing here. It keeps me home with my toddler. And I appreciate you for using my links. So thanks for doing that. Let's take a quick flip through of the Mojo Jojo Plans sticker book. And actually, let me zoom. I have to zoom in a little bit. We'll do a quick flip of this, and then we'll get to the decorating. So glitter and foil, what I love about the glitter stickers from Mojo Jojo, is they're faux shiny. So they give you the look of it being glitter, but without any shine. That to me is that's probably what we'll end up using today in this spread. So this first colorway of the glitter is 2 different tones of red. So you have bullet lists, individual bullets, and smaller bullet lists down at the bottom. Then we have our yellows, and you can see how they look like a big old bunch of glitter pieces. And because they're kind of changing in color, it makes them look like they're shiny, but they're not. They're totally matte, but they give the look of glitter. So there's I guess that's orange, and then yellow. Here's your 2 tones of green. This is more of a dirty green, and then more of a cool tone green. 2 tones of blue. This sheet is giving me pool time, beach time, like summer vibes. Something about the sparkle of blue makes me think of the ocean. Then we have purple, 2 shades of purple. And 2 different types of glitter. I'm just noticing there's like a chunky glitter and then more of a fine milled glitter. Then we have 2 tones of pink. And this is just a functional sticker book with bullet lists, checklists, in kind of a little pop pizzazz. Now, I don't frequently use bullets and checklists functionally. Most people do, but I'm going to show you how I would use these creatively. I actually like throwing these around like confetti in my planner. So we'll probably end up doing some of that today. Here we have little triangle bullets if you wanted to do triangles instead of circles, but you could also kind of have it pointing at an event or something, like if you wanted to have it, you know, pointing towards something. Maybe we'll play with that today so you can see what it looks like. And then we've got square bullets as well. We've got our neutral tones, silver, kind of like a pewter maybe, and then black. And then we get into the foil. So if you don't have any of these materials or any of these like textures from Mojo Jojo, this is a really cool sticker book because it's giving you both. You've got the rainbow in the glitter, and then you have the rainbow in the metallic finish. Let me just go up there and you can see two tones there of the metallic. And these sheets are going to be all the same. Your checklists, your bullets, two different sizes of your checklist. This is a 5 checklist and this is a 3. Here is your orange. Kind of looks a little coppery, a little bit gold maybe. Then you have your yellows. Very pretty. Greens. Your 2 tones of green. 2 tones of blue. I think it was smart that she combined these because I don't know if I'd need a whole sticker book that is just one of these colors. You know what I mean? Or one of these styles. I wouldn't need a whole glitter bullets sticker book. And I wouldn't need a whole metallic either. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, okay, I love the blacks. Let's get in here with the blacks for a second. There's actually 3 colors on here. You've got kind of like a oil slick black. Then you've got this like pewter color right here. Pretty. And then you have your silver. Pretty. That's really nice. Hopefully you could see all of these colors okay. I'll get up close with these smaller detailed ones. Here you can see the triangles and the squares. So these are the colors, same colors that we previously saw on the other sheets, but there's more per sheet here so I can show them all at once. Your greens, your yellows, your blues. Man, these are so pretty. I don't use them very often as someone who shares my spreads or photos of my spreads on Instagram because they can be really difficult to, oh, here you can see see those 3 colors? How rad is that? It's hard to take photos of things that are shiny and sparkly. That is the Check It Off sticker book. All right, so let's go back to my planner. So we're going to use this guy today. So again, this releases on Friday, April 4th. And Joyful 10 will save you 10% off over at Mojo Jojo Plans on this sticker book and any other sticker book that you see there. Let's talk about Jojo's Pretty Paper Shop that we're going to use today. Just got my order in, so I'm pretty pumped about that. So there's a couple things going on here. Let me show you the Little Craft Fest, which is what we're going to use today. And then I'll show you the Dreamy Hideaway collection that she just released. So first of all, if you're going to Little Craft Fest, get your pins. This 3-piece pin set was $3. So I'm excited to have these. I'm going to put them on my bag. Maybe if I wear a denim jacket, I'll put on my jacket. We'll see. But yeah, I love pins and I love the logo. I think it's so cute. And then she designed 2 different styles of sticker sheets, but I only purchased the one that was the icons for Little Craft Fest because I'm more likely to use the icons than the boxes because I have like sticker books like this from Mojo Jojo Plans. So I didn't need the functional box sheet. So I instead purchased 2 of the decorative sheets. Look how cute. So that's what we're going to use today. And then I love that she included this. This is kind of like an information card or like a contact card that you'd see at a planner conference. But these are just extra stickers too that I'm going to use to supplement the spread. So she's going to be a vendor at Little Craft Fest. She's going to have 4 tables, the largest tabling that she's done at a event. So I'm excited to support her and see what she's got going on. Let me just show these really quickly in case you're curious about the newest collection from Jojo's Pretty Paper Shop. And let me make sure we're zooming in here. You always get a little freebie that is stickers, so make sure you keep that. So this is the Dreamy Hideaway. So many like cozy things, journaling, pens. She's done stationery items before, but this is kind of different vibes. Love the Tombos and the gel pens and the little kind of squishmallow type things. Stationery desk. Those are like the new mild liner colors, which I think is super clever. Love that. This is one giant sticker. More kind of desk accessory items. And then we have our functional box set. And then you get a special, if you get the whole collection, this special thank you note, which also has 3 additional stickers on it. So this is the Dreamy Hideaway from JoJo's shop, but we're going to focus on Little Craft Fest. So let's move this aside. Maybe I'll use these for like the week of Little Craft Fest. Like if I want like stationery vibes, I'll do that in my weekly. But this guy, we want to get it all set up because I have tons of things going on this month. I feel like April is bananas. Does anybody else feel like April is going to be a busy month? Let's start with the things that I'm not going to share this with you, but I'll show you the back. I have a sticky note, and every month I put a sticky note in the monthly spread before I've set it up. And as things come up, I put it down on the sticky note so that I am keeping a log of what's happening that month. And then once I actually get my planner set up, especially if I have to film it, I will make sure that it's all set up, and then I'll populate the items for the month from my sticky note onto the monthly. So I do have that to set up, and I am going to plan with you guys if I have time in this video, although I do need to pick up my daughter very soon. So Little Craft Fest is happening on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 25th through the 27th. And the Hemlock and Oak monthly has 6 rows. And by there being 6 rows, we have a big open space here for the month of April because the 30th ends on a Wednesday. It completes the row, and then we have a whole new row here. That's kind of nice actually because let me take a little peeky peek. Try to keep stuff. I was looking for the last day of Esther's daycare. It actually is not this week. So I actually don't have much I need to store here. So maybe I'll just focus on Little Craft Fest in this area. So just to set the tone, I'm going to lay this first sticker, the Little Craft Fest sticker, down. And I wonder if this will fit. It's not going to fit perfectly in the Hemlock and Oak, but that's okay. I'm going to try to, I wonder if I could get, I'm going to see how these are going to fit on here. I could maybe go a little bit lower because I don't need the date down below. So I'm going to put the Little Craft Fest sticker down, and then I'm going to layer on top. Maybe I should put maybe change my angle a little bit. No, that's going to go a little bit too low. I always have the hardest time with little flags like this, figuring out like my angles and stuff for it to go where I want it to go. So I think I want this to be in front of the banner. And if it's stuck down too much, can we lift up? Gentle. Whenever you lift up, push down. It seems counterintuitive, but it usually helps the sister out. All right, so we're gonna go with a deep curve there. And I wonder if this guy looks a little bit smaller. They don't have to align perfectly. So I could use the freebie on our contact card. Always keep those little freebies because you never know. I guess they don't have to make complete sense the way that they connect because I can put the box over it. So I'm going to I want the bow to be there. So I'm going to do that. Looks a little wonky, but chill with me for a moment. And I'm going to lay this down right here. A little odd with the little bows hanging out, but I think that's going to be okay. I could always cut that part off. I wanted it to kind of go that way, but I wonder if I could fix that. Although the more you lift up a sticker, the more you're running the risk that this is not gonna work out in your favor. Like it's gonna lift up the paper or something. Gently lift this guy up one more time. Let's see if I can get this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but there is some drapage that I want. That's probably pretty good. I think we're going to be good with that. And then I'm going to lay that down right there. It's not centered though. Is that going to bother me? Maybe. I'm lifting it up too much. Don't be such a perfectionist, girl. All right. Yeah, because this doesn't exactly fit the planner, it's just not going to be perfect. And that's okay. So my plan for this like section is to maybe write down like information. So like departure time and like when my workshop is. I'm attending a workshop, not facilitating a workshop. This is where it could be fun to add some confetti. And I feel like I want to kind of seal some of these edges down. So I don't use these bullets very often, but I do like them for, like as bulletless, but I like them for washi. So I'm just going to create a bit of a border here. Just to kind of separate, like, this is my little craft fest zone. And I wonder if we could even just add some confetti for kicks. I'm going to add a few of the blue. These are just the bullets. But see how it just adds a little bit of something, something. Let's see. Let's add some yellow. I think the dirtier yellow would be nice. Kind of stick into some primary colors. All right, this guy does not want to stick, so we won't make him. So add a little bit of yellow and maybe some red. Which red is going to be pretty close? So I'm kind of building out this corner first because I want there to be more decor here. And once this guy is done, it's going to help set the tone for the rest of the spread. Now, Easter is this week up here, Good Friday and Easter Sunday. My faith planner will just have to be a little bit more Eastery because this is going full craft mode. There's some green in that logo, and I'm wondering if I should add a little bit of green, maybe the darker green. And hopefully it's helpful to see that, you know, if you have sticker books like this, or you're interested in the glitter and the foil of a book like this, but you're not someone that's actually using this functionally for like checking things off, there are other creative ways that you can utilize the deco. Okay, so I love that. I want to do another banner because I feel like it just makes sense to balance things. So if we have the banner over on that side, I'm going to do a banner. Let me look at my calendar. So very important to see what events do we have going on. Let's see, we've got some daycare stuff, taxes. I finished my taxes, you guys. Very proud of myself for doing it so soon, or being so ahead of the game. I'm going to run this guy up here. Now it is kind of blocking part of this date, but that is the 31st. So that is March. I don't need that for March. I do want to add some fun stationery. Maybe we could have a pencil. We could have the pencil cover up that. We could do a little decorative dating today. I want to add some fun little elements. So we've got a fountain pen and ink. Just lay that down. I'm just filling in this guy because it's cute. Lay this guy down. Layer it on top of the pencil. And then we've got a mix of pens. Do we want to go right there? Or do we lay it down? And let's hold off on this. I want to get my month of April written down, and I'm going to use, I have it here, Black Alphabet. This is a new sticker book from Plannything, and I shared it in a video a couple days ago. You guys should have already seen it. I could stamp. I can use this. Do I want black? I mean, I do think this font would be a cute choice. I did April just going down. Tempting to use these paper stickers, although these are clear. Hold on. I'm going back and forth. Let me grab some alpha stamps and see if I can find a stamp that gives me little craft vibes. Little craft fest vibes. I've got some skinny guys. Got some, oh, you know what? I could do a whole month. Do April. Or I think we should do this guy. So this is from Carrie Bradford's studio. And yeah, I think this is going to be the way to go. Let's do this and stamp out the month. If you didn't want to deal with stamping, this is a really excellent sticker book. I have a flip through of this. Did I already say this? Flip through on my channel, and a discount code for this too. That's Joyful10 over at Plannything. If you didn't want to stamp, that would be definitely the fastest way. I mean, I'm even looking at this now. I'm like, I don't know. I kind of want to add a little bit more dimension. So we're going to take the time to actually stamp out April, because I think it will look really nice going down. So these are all lowercase, and I have the filled in version and the lined version. These are Max Outline 0206 Carrie Bradford, and this is just Max. So it's called Max, and then there's the outline version 0312 for the lined one. Okay, so we're gonna stamp. Do we want to change up the colors? Do we? Or do we just stick with black? I'm conflicted here. I'm gonna need to put black on this spread at some point. So what if I could do the lined and then color it in. I'm gonna do the solid. I'm decided. I'm gonna do the solid. So let's get this done. And hopefully I have my, of course I don't have my favorite black ink with me. Hold on a second. I did pick up a bunch of new, well, these aren't gonna help us out. But I picked up some new inks from Hero Arts that do some different things. Like this is a hybrid ink, light toned. This is for if you want to do some coloring in. I got embossing and watermark. And this is a like super opaque white pigment ink. I just thought that these would be fun to play around with. But what we're looking for is my black ink pad, which I'm kind of afraid I might have taken into the house. I've been doing more and more decorating in the house when I can. Ooh, I do have this guy. That guy's gravel. I don't know about that. I do have this one. The Archer and Olive takes a little bit longer to dry, which I might not want to deal with right now, especially when this is so bloomin' thick. Now I'm kind of like second guessing myself. Let me see what color. My swatch book is in the house too. Let me see what the gravel's kind of dirty. I don't think we want to do the gravel. I did just swatch the drop ones from Archer and Olive. I could do red and black or like green with black lines. I'm just trying to figure out. I don't think the green is a good match. The red could be a fabulous match. So maybe we'll do the red. And this is the Petal Ink colors. This was in a box from Archer and Olive. I can't remember if it was the Advent box or what box it was from, or a previous sub box. But I want to see, so if we're doing April, let's see how this red looks. We'll just do a little swatchy swatch. I love how easy it is to apply color with the handle on this thing. So you just got to be careful to make sure you put it back in. Let's do a little test of this color. Kind of slipped a little bit. That looks like a pretty darn good color match. I'm just wondering if I'll wish that it was black. Should we just go with it? Let's just go with it. This one has a cool kind of like orangey yellow fleck to it. So that'll add a nice little dimension. So we're gonna just spell April going down. I don't need the checklist that's on the side going down the margin for like functional stuff. So I am super fine with covering it up with stamps. So we're gonna do this whole thing. If you are setting up a planner right now, wait, what did I just do Q? I think I just did Q. If you're setting up a planner right now, what planner is it? What's the layout? And what are you most looking forward to in the month of April? There's always good food around Easter, so I love that. And as a believer, obviously, the observation of Easter is kind of like the crux of my faith. So I am excited to celebrate Easter. But man, Little Craft Fest is going to be interesting. It's the first time, like I said, first time that they're doing it. First time at this location, first time ever. So I heard that there were some problems with the Chicago Stationery Fest that was a couple weeks ago. And I'm just curious about whether or not the things that people, you know, had gripes with about the Chicago Fest, if those are going to be an issue. Like, are they just issues with Stationery Fest in general, or was the space too small, or I don't know. Sounds like communication was really good, but it sounds like there were some issues. So I'm really hoping that my first attendance at a Stationery Fest is awesome. I'm expecting to see people from the planner community there. I know I've got a couple friends that will be there. So I'm excited for reconnecting with internet friends that have become real life friends. But it isn't, you know, exclusively a planner event, which I actually am really excited about. I think I'm decided about not going to Go Wild this year. It is in Indianapolis, right? No, yeah, Indianapolis. And it's just, the date was announced so late that it's been hard for me to get like in the zone of being like excited about it. And now it's next month, and I just don't want to drop, you know, $2,000-$3,000 on a weekend conference. I would if it was in a location I was super excited about, but Indianapolis, no offense, not really a place I'm super pumped about. I wonder if I should use the other sticker. This guy has gotten so wrinkly. I'm going to lift this one up and cry about it because we're losing it. I'm going to take it off and use this guy instead. There we go. It's a little bit smoother now, so it doesn't bother me quite as much. So I'm trying to think, do I want to do any dating up at the top? Probably not. I'm going to leave it just as it is. Let's do some additional decorating in the spread and add the events that I need to get saved on here. So we've done this. I don't think I want to add outlines. Let's just add a little bit more details. So I can use boxes, or I can go to, like these triangles and squares to highlight different things. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This little triangle, I have an event on the 2nd, so I could just pop this right here for kind of highlighting what that is. And we could just use different colors throughout the month. So I've got something there. I've got something on the 10th. I've got something on the 17th. Let's use the yellow. Something on the 17th. I've got, I mean, boxes are a great way to fill out a spread, but I want to try to stick to just what I have right here and see how I can kind of complete my monthly overview with just this stuff. So I've got something on the 17th, and then I have something else on the 18th. And let's see, Good Friday and Easter. Then I have something here. Let's go with blue. It's just a fun way to add like color, you know, and to use up stickers that you might not otherwise use in your planner. So on this date, I guess that's fine. Didn't really put that in straight. Got a doctor's appointment, and the day after that, I got another thing. Normally, I don't have this much stuff on my monthly. Do y'all have pretty busy monthlies, or are you one of those people that never knows what to do with the monthly because you don't have anything going on your monthly? This I would like to know. Let's see, so I've got something here. Let's go with the blue again. I'm just trying to mix up the colors so none of them repeat too much. So something on the 24th, right here. I'm excited about this trip too because my husband is coming with me. He's driving, and I just appreciate that I have a buddy to go with, and my mom is going to be with Esther and the dog, which means Josh and I get an actual like weekend where it's just us. And I am so excited for it. So let's get to populating, and then once I add what I know for April, we'll add additional decorations at the end. So I'm just going to put down things here. So I have a lunch. I have a mom's meetup. On the 17th, I have a steering meeting. And just so you know, as I plan throughout the month and I have stuff coming up, I'm probably not gonna grab the sticker book and add additional triangles. This is just like getting the tone set for the month. And of course, it's just gonna get messier and messier as we go. If I have the play date, if I have the mindfulness to keep this bullet and check it off sticker book in my planner bag in the house, then I will go and grab additional triangles. But right now, there's two things I need to log for this day. There's no daycare that day, but then also Esther has a doctor's appointment. And so I'm just gonna add this here. This would be a great opportunity to like color code if you wanted to. Like anything pertaining to my daughter would be yellow, anything my husband would be green, whatever. but baby wellness appointment. Then let's see, early release. I like just the, and I'll add the time on that later because I don't remember what the time is. So, and then this on CrossFest. And then I believe I have a meeting. I did not write down, of course, tax day. I'm not writing down tax day because I finished my taxes. Whoop, whoop. 10:45. This is at 10:45. And let's see, early release at 11:45. Steering meeting, I'm just adding the times now, at 9:30. This is, what do we got going on there? That is moms. It's at 9:30. At 9:30. And then the other thing in April that I want to make sure that I log is if we have small group. Oh, we do. And actually, we're doing it a little different on this night. This is going to be small group dinner. Man, it feels so good to get things like written down, kind of clear the clutter from my mind. And I think if I can, let's see, I'm gonna do small group here. Man, we got a lot going on. Let's grab another red one. I'm trying to alternate the colors so they're mixed up and not repeated too much. I think we're gonna have a small group here too. My husband and I are in a small group and we try to meet every Monday. And what's cool about it is it's people, interestingly, in our kind of age range with younger kids. And it's very hard to find people who are in our age but have the stage of children that we're at. So Esther is 2.5, but we're in our 40s. And, you know, a lot of people in their 40s have much older kids. So I appreciate that this particular small group is, you know, late 30s, early 40s, and they all have young children. Esther is one of the youngest, but all the other kids are like, most of them are not in grade school yet, which is nice. So let's see, this I think is all I want to write down for now, which means we've got a little bit of wiggle room. I know, let's see, like Josh has stuff that I might want to add down for his schedule, but I don't want to clutter my calendar too much. So we're going to leave it like this. I might also end up adding, if I have like contractual work related obligations for the Joyful Sojourn, then I would definitely be more likely to add those in here after, when I'm not on camera. So we've added these. Now let's go back to the decorative element. We could add some splatter if we want to. We've done the polka dots. I could add more actually, since I did these here. Maybe I'll add some polka dots over there. So I'm gonna put the ink away for now, just so I don't make a huge mess of it. But I could go back. If there was a blue in this set, I would definitely use the blue for some splatter. Let's add some decorative elements to help out my spread and make it more funsies. When it comes to adding decorative elements, I try to make sure that I'm not taking too much space in each box. I want to be able to see stuff. So see stuff and be able to write more things down if I want to. I also like to cluster things. So here I put the washi rolls kind of closer to the 13th so that I have room on the 12th to write some stuff down. And then I just feel like the washi rolls look a little lonely, so I'll add that little clip there, and I still have room to write on the 13th if I want to. I have an ink bottle here, so I don't want another ink bottle on this side, but I could add a little bit more. I wonder if there's a bigger piece. I mean, we could do the journal. Let me see if there's, oh, I definitely want to use these. Let me use up this sticker sheet. So let's add this kind of sprig of pens. I'm just going to add these right here. And maybe the, do we do the pink washi? Kind of just layer it. I just like layering things up a bit. I'm going to put the washi right there. We have a wax seal. That's cute. We can do the wax seal somewhere. Wax stamp and the seal. Do we want to fill this in a little bit more? It's a lot of pink in this area, so we are not going to do that. Here's a great opportunity to basically hug the 16th with this sticker. And that allows me, it spreads the sticker out between the quadrant of 4 boxes. So I have room to write on the 8th, 9th, 15th, and 16th, but I've got this kind of right in the middle. So I'm trying to add decorative elements that aren't taking up too much space for the functionality of my spread. Let's add the correction tape right there. And I still feel like we need something itty bitty. Maybe we'll go and take the other paper clip. I'm so glad I got 2 sheets of the decorative stickers because I like lots of stickers. Which way do we want to go? I guess we could go right there. And I want some functionality over here, so I don't want to do too much. I feel like we also need some more pens. So let's go with this guy, or, you know, we could use the journal. Let's grab the journal. We've got a little bit of room here to play. So I'm going to lay that guy right there and then layer this pen right on top. Cute. And I'm tempted to put pens everywhere. It's like a bouquet. It's like my dream flowers right here. It's a bouquet of pens. Wonder if I put this right on the edge, I still have room. Let me do the functional part of this first. So I think what would be helpful is to maybe create a little bit of structure here. So I could put, if I use a ruler, I could put departure time. I'll just put departure since we're driving. This is more for memory keeping because I kind of like to incorporate that when I can into my planner, because really your planner is keeping memories. Anything you write down is basically a memory. I'm just going to draw a line here for our departure. And let's see, I could put like hotel info or like location. Let's just have fun with the information. Yes, I have this in my email, but that's not really the point. The point with this is decorative and for memory keeping. So departure and location. So when are we leaving? That I need to figure out with my husband. And then where are we going? And then I know that I'm going to do a workshop. So workshop. And that actually is on the Sunday. So I'm going to do a couple lines on this. Maybe 3. So I can write down the time and what it is. And then I'm going to do departure down here. And I don't really care that this is technically on May 4th. This is my April spread, and I've got some wiggle room. So I'm not sweating this, the space that I'm deciding to take up here. And I could just put like things that I want to remember. I mean, I could just put remember. And I'm going to actually take up space across 2 boxes. And I do want to do the stamp rally, so I could take a note, leave a note about stamp rally. I don't know what I'm going to need to remember here. Not sure if it's going to be like things that I want to pack or shops that I want to visit. Ooh, we should do that. Remember this. Let's do shops to visit. Let's do shops to visit. I should have put vendors, but that's okay. Shops to visit, and turn this a little bit lower. This is my creative thing today. So if you're like, Elizabeth, why are you taking so long to set this up? Because I like it. And this is my quiet creative time before getting back into mom mode. This is what I do for myself. And keep also in mind that this is my job now too. So I do have a little bit more margin than I used to. So if you have a full-time job like I did back in June and you have a toddler, this amount of attention might not be possible for you, and that's okay. So we have that. Do we want to add anything here? Stamp rally, or we could just put a little bit more deco here. Kind of don't want to. I want to have more writing space. So what would I want to? I guess I could do people to meet. Right? People that I want to meet. How would I do that? I'll just do people to see. I'm excited to reconnect with my friends, and I'm also excited to potentially meet people I haven't met before. So if you are going to Little Craft Fest, definitely let me know. Leave me a comment. we need to add one more line right here. Cool, cool, cool. I just like that added like a little moment for little craft fest. I think that's really cute. We need to add some more confetti around the page, and I'm still convinced that I need this somewhere. But I'm not sure where. Could put this just right here. Oops. And like we need, I like layering things, so I'm gonna layer that right there. And let's add the ink bottle down here. I like clusters of things. Let's see. We'll do a little planner pouch right there. And I don't want the planner pouch to be alone. So go down that way. Again, not sacrificing too much space on either day. And then if I do memory keeping, I've got plenty of stickers here for memory keeping, and I have room on the rest of the spread to keep writing things down. Now I want to add additional confetti around April. And let's go to our dots. Did I do the blue ones? Yes. So I said that I was not going to be going to Go Wild. The challenging thing for me with Go Wild is FOMO, because I've become really good friends with a number of people in the planner community, and like some of my friends, or who I would consider friends, are actually presenting this year. So, you know, I want to support them, and I'd love to see them on the stage at some point. I think that would be rad. But I just don't know if that's enough justification. Well, I know that it's not, unfortunately, this year, enough justification to spend that much money. But if I were going, I would be so excited to see Mark and Jess. They've been such an encouragement to me. Mark Your Pages and Joshi Corinne. I love those people, such good humans. And I would definitely love to see them again in person. And Marielle and Elise are sharing the stage. So lots of duos. So Mark and Jess, I'd want to see them. And Marielle and Elise are sharing the stage with Zebra. And yeah, those girls are great. Would love to be able to support them and see them. I will see Marielle at Little Craft Fest though. So that kind of helps. Marielle is a mom and a girl with plans. And my friend Elise is Plan with Elise. So I'll just have to catch them another time. It's tricky because we've got Little Craft Fest coming up. Then Go Wild is in May. And then Heather, Hell of a Plan, she's got an anniversary kind of retreat weekend in August. And then Chicago Planner Conference is in November. So I just feel like my calendar is starting to fill up, and you know, all of these places, I'm going to replace this guy because it looks like he's not sticking. All of these places are, other than the one coming up at Little Craft Fest, they're not drivable for me. And so there's, you know, considerable cost, but I also do this for a living. Like I share planners and stationery and do reviews and creative content around this stuff. So I have a reason, like a greater reason to go and to justify the purchase of tickets and whatnot, but it doesn't mean it's not still expensive for me and potentially time away from my family too. So lots of thoughts about all the events going on. Do I want to actually like finish this? Like draw more of a line? Or do you think that would be too much? I feel like we need a little bit more color here. It's kind of in line with that green, which I don't love. Let me see if I can lower that a little bit. And maybe add a little bit of blue. This is a fun sticker book to play with. I like it. That's such a nice little element. So we've got our dots for April and Little Craft Fest. I've got my things coming up this month. Is there anything else we need to do? I may or may not add additional lines here. I haven't decided yet. So I think we're going to leave it. I think we're going to call it a video. I don't want to overdo this. I have functionally everything I need for the month. Let me zoom in here so you guys can see it up close. So here is my catch-all spread for the month of April. And I've got my personal things related to my own calendar, my daughter's calendar. I will add Josh's calendar off camera. And then I have this kind of like dedicated to Little Craft Fest with this whole kind of corner over here being where I'll just take fun notes. So when I'm leaving, where we're going, things I want to remember, shops I want to visit. And technically this all could kind of bleed into each other. It's like the same information, but it doesn't have to be. And then the workshop I'm going to, I'll have the person who's teaching it, the name of the workshop, the departure time when we're going to leave, and then just notes on people that I want to see. Very small. I'm going to have to write really teeny because it's not a lot of space, but that reminds me that I could set up my actual planner conference notebook for Little Craft Fest. And maybe I'll do that with the stickers that I have left. I think that's actually a really good idea. So I'll probably have another spread to show over on Instagram. And then this is all that I'll show for now here on the YouTubes. All right, friends, if you have any questions, let me know. Hope it was fun to hang out with me, get my planner all set up for the month. And what's so fun about this is I'm going about my business, living my life, using my planner, and I open it up and I just have something that like makes me excited for the month. I have something come. Oh, I do need to do something for Easter. I will figure out how to do something decoratively here because I do want Easter to stand out. So make sure you head over to Instagram. I will either do a like full plan with me or I'll show the final version over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn if you want to see me over there. And if you want to pick up items for Little Craft Fest, if you are going to be an attendee, check out JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. I'll link her Etsy shop in the description box. Joyful15 works on the stuff for Little Craft Fest and of course the other collection that I showed, the Dreamy Hideaway. And then this sticker book, if you are wanting to add a little bit of panache to your planner spreads, whether it's functional or decorative and confetti-like, like what I'm doing, then this releases on Friday, April 4th at 9 a.m. Central Time. And Joyful 10, I'll save you 10% off of this bad Mama Jamma. All right, friends. Until next time, God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. I hope that you have a wonderful April, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.